So in the first problem, again, a couple different ways to approach it. One, if you leave it as a rational power and you notice the base 64 does have perfect power forms. And now it has a couple different perfect powers, so use the index or the denominator of your rational power to help gauge what you should change it to. And because 64 is 4 cubed, but it's also 8 squared. And so when you look at the fact that this denominator is a 2, it tells us I want to think of this as an 8 squared. So if I think of 64 as 8 squared to the minus 3/2 power, here when I take a power to a power, you multiply, so the 2 and the half cancel, leaving you negative 8 to the minus 3. And really what the negative power does is it takes our base 8. Now remember, the negative's not part of the base, so the negative's going to stay up on top, but the 8 cubed gets moved down below. So you can leave it in this form. You could also rewrite it 8 cubed. It's not something that you would need to know. So again, you could write it as this answer. But if you expanded it out, it would be 1 over 512. So either of these would be okay. If you treated this as a radical, what you would do is this negative power, again, we're going to leave our negative sign up on top, but the negative power moves our base into the denominator. So it's 64 to the positive 3, and it's a cube root, so my index is 2. I'll leave it unwritten. And again, you can do this in any order. You can cube 64 and then square root it, or you can square root 64 and then cube it. Since I know what the square root of 64 is, I'll do it that step. 8 cube, or the square root of 64 is 8 cubed, and what you see here is we're right at this step getting the same answer. Okay, you can use either of those methods